Well, good morning or good afternoon. My name is Joe Contreras. Today we're going to be presenting our Integrator project for their career in software development and management. Well, the rest of my team members are José Reyes Gutiérrez, Saúl Gutiérrez Hernández, and Paola Zamora López. So let's get started here. And we'll start with the introduction here. Okay, well, the use of technology today in companies and businesses is a fundamental part when it comes to optimizing the production processes of each specific case. Well, the main objective of this work is to provide an effective tool that allows us to greatly improve the most important information management systems while covering the needs of each specific case and each specific client. This present integrator project consists of creating, developing, and launching the startup called AMP Development, which is basically a software solutions development company focused on the optimization processes in any type of organization. As I said, the main function of our startup is to ensure the hosting and management of the data collected by the company, seeking to maintain the security, availability, and reliability of the data, while allowing the company's designated team members to access and make use of this data at any time that it is required and through whichever device is available to them. This is all in addition to building an attractive website, an advertising website for the company, which will allow them to reach a wider audience and target different users through social networks and the use of different advertising tools.
And about the general objective, creating high quality custom software based on the needs of the customers and compliance with current market requirements, developing and implementing solutions using the best technologies and tools available today, are always seeking the maintain the security and integrity of our projects at any stage phase.
Mission and vision. Mission. Being a professional web design development, mobile application, and digital marketing company. Our mission is to provide innovative and functional IT solution, customer focused, fully customer and result oriented. Ambition. Our vision is to steadily develop and grow and measure AT service probability to become a leader in probability, quality, software, and web development solutions in the company global marketplace. We focus on constant the innovation is our key for achieving the only made wall of the sections and emerging as a globally recognized company be probably the superior quality service and solution.
Well, we have the organization chart. Here is an image of our startup organization. Well, being a software development company, we have to divide the responsibilities among the team. All members will work at the same time in the project to be done. So the structure is as follows. Me, yours truly as product manager, basically in charge of the management of the life cycle of a product or product line of a company through the analysis, planning, and development. Then we have the lead developer, Joe Contreras, who is the developer leader of the software solution, in charge of reviewing and management the backend and frontend development of the projects. Then we have our developers, each one expert in a different branch. As backend developer, we have Paola Zamora in charge of the backend of the projects that we do, basically the operation of the various functions to be performed and databases, etc. And finally, we have the front-end developer, Saúl Gutiérrez, who is in charge of the visual section of the projects that we do, the design of the client-side application, such. Now I will show you the web application. So we are in the home page of our website, showing you the top bar of the different sections we have. So the services, the Revolution, About Us, and Contact Us, and the Free Estimate. So we have the custom product is software development focused on your success, and the Free Estimate, custom software development, iOS and Android app development, and we have some information about us. So in these sections, we have the services available on our website. Well, if we click here, we have the main interface of the services section, in which each of the services offered by the company are described in a very summarized way. In this section, we have the custom software development, a short information about it, and some benefits. Then we have the iOS and Android development. Basically, this section shows the design of it. It describes different functionalities that can be added to the mobile software made by the company. Then we have the website development with a short information about having a website, the benefits, and the components that can be added to the projects. Finally, we have our courses section. This section shows the courses available of the website. It shows the 3D video game creation course with C Sharp and Unity. And yeah, basically this section is about courses. Then we have the About Us section, which includes a description of the company, the history of the company, as well the methodology and the way that the team works. Then we have the Contact Us section. We have the number of the company, the Gmail of the company, and a form to be contacted by us. In this section, we quote for the development of customized application for our clients. We have the custom software development, iOS and Android development, website development, and we have to choose what we want based on our project idea.
Okay, well now I'm going to give a very brief explanation and demonstration about what the website would look like when used through a mobile device. So I'm just going to switch screens here. Hopefully you can see the screen of my phone. So all we have to do is click the icon, and we are brought to the hero section, which is basically just a little part of the app that is used to capture the attention of any potential users immediately. As you can see, we have a little animation there. We have a few of the development types that we offer, which is custom software, iOS and Android development, and website development. Each of these has a Learn More button, which we can use to be brought to each of the respective sections, which goes into more detail on each of those development types. We have the Revolution section, and the About Us and Contact Us section, which also function in the same way with that Learn More button. And we also have a call to action at the bottom of each of these pages, which basically is just telling the user if they want to create a free estimate for whatever software they would like us to look into or to develop. And at the bottom we have the footer, of course. So we also have a menu at the top right, which opens this little side menu. And as you can see, it has all of the options that are included in the desktop version of this website. You can go to the services, custom software, iOS, website development. Let's look at the custom software. As I said, each of these sections is basically just going into more detail on each of these types of development and what we offer and what the benefits are of choosing us to develop the client's app or whatever platform they require. Yeah, this is basically just telling the user what they would gain with working with us, right? So we can go to the Revolution page. This will be one of the last ones we look at. And of course, this is just detailing basically how we function as a company, the sort of the vision we have for the company. And well, it basically goes through the entire process of what we do with a potential client, right? It starts with a consultation. We then develop a few mock-ups to see if they like it. So the final one we'll take a look at is the free estimate, which of course is, so this is potentially the most important part of our app, which is a small questionnaire that we can use to gauge sort of what the client has in mind for their next project, right? They can choose whatever service they're interested in here. For example, custom software. We then will prompt them to choose what platforms they need, whether it's just a web application, an iOS and Android application. We'll choose an iOS application, of course. And here, we let the client choose what features they expect. For example, photo, video, GPS. We can choose all sorts of features here. User authentication, biometrics, push notifications, and what type of custom features do they expect? Well, we can also choose the complexity of the app that they would like to develop. We'll choose a high complexity in this case. And finally, we will prompt them to choose how many users they expect. In this case, we'll go from 10 to 100. So basically what this questionnaire will do once we send it is send us and them an email detailing each of the characteristics that they chose, right? So just go with that. My phone number. Obviously, we need the user's contact information to be able to contact them if we would like to proceed with building their app, or just gather some more information about what type of project they would like to develop. So here also, as you can see, we tell the user how much would be the estimated amount that they would have to pay us in order to proceed with a project of this type and with those characteristics. So all we have to do finally is click on place request, and this will then send the user an email confirming that we have received their estimate, and it will send us an email. As you can see, we're prompted there with a little notification telling us that we received an email, and that's basically it. As you can see here, I got my notifications as both the client and as a team member, detailing how each of the estimates are, well, the characteristic of each estimate that has been received. So what this also does, a very cool feature that we implemented, is that this will send the estimate that was created to our project management website, which will, of course, just let us manage whatever estimates are created through this part of our app. And yeah, that will let us let us know what kind of projects are being required from different clients and such. So that's basically all we have right now for our mobile app. Thank you very much.
About the video game, the first session that is displayed when the program is opened, which contains the above mentioned. The first one allows the user to run the game. The second button allows the user to adjust brightness and sound options. And the last one allows the user to exit the game. We enter to the game. When we enter to the game, we can see some of the vehicles available on the map for user manipulation. There are different types of them throughout the game space and the character. And when getting into the vehicle available throughout the map, the camera changes position to improve the user experience when using them. And here we can see the states and movements that our character can perform. The first one moving forward, the second and the third are the states that can be seen when the character is completely stopped, and the last one when performing some kind of jump around the map, and the last one, the conclusion, we can say We can say the creation of the startups allows us today to make small teams have the opportunity to enter to the development industry, creating web solutions, mobile and video games, which allows us to have a good initial base as developers.
Now, I am going to talk about the part of the course at the top of the page. It is shows the name of the course and descriptions of what it is about development of the video games, comes to number of grades, students, the name they create the game, the last time it was updated, etc. On the right side is the price. The button below is to buy the course. It says what is included, the article, at the bottom where it says course content, shows the sections and classes. Below comes the requirements, and finally comes at the title to explain of one to the person will learn.
Well, now I'm going to give my own personal conclusion to end things off for this project. So I'll start by saying that startups are one of the best ways to solve problems and implement solutions rapidly and on a global scale, whether it's a huge problem like climate change or something much more casual like economic or web development. In many cases, startups are the best organizations for solving these types of problems. There are many examples of how startups can shift businesses and shift the business landscape. For example, none of the traditional car manufacturers had started a major shift towards electric cars before Tesla came along. Now, critics could point out the problems like that companies like the one I just mentioned suffer from. And while it's true that many of these companies and their products have issues, they are still in many ways acting like a startup because they are learning rapidly, they are iterating, and they are trying to find solutions for significant problems, which means that failure is obviously going to be part of the process. But the fact is that they're doing this much faster and with better success than any other organization at the moment, while also trying to solve problems that are very important in their respective industries. Now, my opinion is that startup entrepreneurs help to keep society moving forward, while more traditional organizations are typically focused on maximizing existing value. I think that society needs both startups and traditional organizations in order to succeed and keep moving forward to the best of our ability.
We can say the creation of the startups allows us today to make small teams have the opportunity to enter to the development industry, creating web solutions, mobile and video games, which allows us to have a good initial base as developers.
In conclusion, I believe that this type of project is very helpful because it contains all the knowledge learned in engineering. Working with all these types of methodologies and concepts, we can carry out very good real projects. I consider that we fulfill the objective of the project and I am very satisfied with the result.
Personally, I am more than satisfied with the result obtained with the system. I consider that we experience the experiences we had. The system we made has a lot of potential to implement it later. It was a great experience, really. Um, and finally, I would like to thank my team and my teachers for this support.